Hey, happy day, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Forward. I don't know why it popped into my head when I was trying to think of what is the title for today's journey journal. What am I going to talk about with respect to traditionally moving from the offline brick and mortar and corporate world of business to the online world of business. But more than that, just what am I doing as I'm trying to carve out this segment of my life, this period of my life, what I want to do, how I want to show up in the world, what kind of an impact I want to make on those I love and care about, and the bigger world around me. Because I don't know about you, but I'm one of those people that grew up thinking I'm here to make a bigger impact than just my little life, my raising my family and working in corporate America and running a small business. What bigger thing am I meant to do? And it reminded me of the state motto. The great state of Wisconsin's motto is forward, meaning that we're always making forward progress. We're always continually improving and growing and developing and moving forward. Because guess what? If we're not moving forward, what are we doing? We're not just staying the same or maintaining. It takes work to even maintain the status quo, to stay the same. And if we're not doing that work, if we're not putting in that effort to maintain the status quo, guess what we're doing? We're spiraling downward and we're deteriorating. There is no standing still in this world. Everything is always changing. Everything is always moving. As much as we would like to just take a deep breath and take a breather and think that everything's going to stand still, everything around us will always be changing. And we might as well change with it and grow and move forward, or we're going to be kind of miserable. So there's always that. It's interesting. We meet people all the time, and you can tell within a couple of seconds, are they a forward-thinking, open-minded, positive way, person that looks at the world in the possibilities of what can happen way, or are they a negative, pessimistic, curmudgeon-y type person? Now, let's discuss how each of us changes throughout the day. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm a total curmudgeon and grumpy and ornery or having a bad day, or maybe I'm hangry, or maybe I've got a migraine. There's usually a reason if I'm owly. But you know what? We all have this natural variation in our moods, in our feelings, in our thoughts, in our behaviors. As much as we try to, change that, there's times when we're just plain grumpy. There's times when we're just plain happy for no reason. I'm working on being happy for no reason more often, like every single day. But you know what? Sometimes life has a way of stopping us in our tracks and beating us down and, trying to make us pay attention to the things that we should have been paying attention to all along. So forward, I'm thinking about moving forward. Great meeting with a team yesterday about some projects that they're working on. We're planning an event for one, and we're planning some other things and some ways of creating funnels and things for another one. So that was really fun yesterday. What else? BP Challenge Day 59 today, which was the review and what are we going to carry forward day for this segment of the challenge. For me, this segment of the challenge was all about supplements, nutritional supplements, vitamins, supplements, herbs, things like that. And in that, we talked about conflicting information. How do you deal with conflicting information from various experts and gurus? How do you decide what's right for you? We talked about results. Results are just changes. They're things that happen. They can be good, they can be bad, they can be positive, they can be negative for you. And the only thing that really matters is how it impacts you. If I take vitamin C, it might lower my blood pressure. If someone else takes vitamin C, it might have no effect or increase their blood pressure. And that's why we need to test things on ourselves in order to find out what works for us. It doesn't matter what works for expert A or expert Z. What matters is what works for me. So I have to figure that out. The only way to figure that out is to plan it and test it out and try it on myself. The only way to find out if things work for us is to take action and do the thing that we're recommended to do and find out if we can do it, if it has a positive or negative impact on us. If it has a negative impact, stop doing it. If it has a positive effect, continue to do it. But don't think that the first time we try to do something, we're going to be perfect, because guess what? We're not. We're going to suck at whatever we do at first until we practice it. How many of us got up and walked the first time we tried to walk? Probably don't remember that. I know I don't remember it, but I know that I didn't just successfully stand up and run. I'm sure I probably fell hundreds of times, if not probably hundreds of thousands of times before I actually got up, successfully balanced, and walked. some days I still have a hard time balancing and walking. But that's, we're born not knowing anything or having experienced anything. And all of it is what we pick up and experience and choose to experience along the way. And that determines our quality of our life, the quality of our experiences, the impact that we have on ourselves and on those around us. So that was today's challenge, was all about supplements, the review, and then what I'm carrying forward. I'm just carrying forward, and I took them upstairs because I'm done with the supplement section, and that's where I keep my supplements, is upstairs with my vitamins and my prescription. So just then, what are we going to carry through? Again, this is about our 5th time through this whole process of how do you handle challenges. Because my goal in and of itself, beyond the getting people to their 90-day goal, is, and getting me to my 90-day goal of reducing my blood pressure 20 points, or enough so that I never have to worry about it being high and being threatened to medication again, or it's to also make sure that they understand and ingrain and make it a natural part of their being and repertoire to handle challenges, to understand the challenge process and how they can just naturally do it. Now, we're all faced with challenges all the time, and there's different ways we can respond to them. We can ignore them, we can pretend they don't exist, we can hope they go away, and guess what? Over time, everything changes, so something will resolve itself about any challenge that comes up. But is that the result that we want by default? Is that the best result for us? Probably not. Seldom, if ever, is ignoring a problem and just hoping it'll go away, or a challenge or an obstacle or an opportunity, the best way of dealing with it. So we want to know, what is the best process, what is the best way of handling obstacles and challenge and opportunities. Because guess what? Opportunities come up, and if we handle them the same way as challenges, believe it or not, if we don't have a process for doing that, every time we do it, we'll do it differently. Every time a challenge or an opportunity comes up for us, we'll handle it differently. And how effective is that? It's hard. It takes more energy, it takes more effort, it takes more resources, and that means our chance of successfully handling and approaching all those challenges and opportunities goes down, because we're using like a shotgun approach. We're doing something different every time, instead of saying, hey, this is the process. If I use this process every time, I know I'm going to get this result. If I go through these steps every time I have a challenge or an opportunity that pops into my life, I know that this is the result I'm going to get. I like that predictability. I like knowing that I don't have to have control over what happens around me, but I have control over the process of how I personally handle what happens to me. So that was today's challenge. Tomorrow we start a new segment, and it's a hodgepodge one for me, but it'll be interesting to see what other people are doing. What else? That's all I got today. I'm gonna go hang out with my 4-year-old granddaughter. It's a Friday when you're listening to this, so or whenever you're listening to this, it happens to be Friday. So I'm gonna hang out with her, and we're gonna have fun. We're doing a cool art project, and we're making Barbie doll clothes out of socks. We took the old sock bag that, when the dryer eats a sock and you can never find the mate. Well, I happen to have a giant garbage bag full of those, and I was gonna throw them away when I moved, but I didn't, because the kids are like, no, don't throw them away. I have those mates at my place. And I'm like, okay. Well, I saved them. It's been a couple of months. No one has been forthcoming with more socks. So I told my granddaughter we could make princess and Barbie doll clothes out of them. So we've been making princess clothes and glitter messes, and it's been a lot of fun. Me, I love glitter. I'm all about the sparkles. So it's fun for me. I love, obviously, look at my nails. I love shiny, sparkly things. So it's fun. That's it. Have an amazing day. If I can help you in any way, if you've got any questions about automation, processes, systems, how you make the transition, or how you add an online component to your business, your existing business, hit me up. I'm here to answer and help you out in any way that I can. Just direct message me or comment below. I got a question, and then I will direct message you back, and we'll get your question answered. If you're struggling or stressed, or you don't know what to do next, or if you've got just some little obstacle or challenge, hit me up. Challenges and obstacles, they be my specialties. They're definitely my specialties. And like everybody else, I'm trying to be more opportunity focused. And guess what? Challenges are just opportunities in disguise, right? At least they are to me. That's it. Have an amazing day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.